Namaskar, everyone. Before we start, let's ask yourself these questions. Can one positive statement from you make the world a happier place? Can one unique idea from you give direction to the world? Can one powerful vision from you change the world? The answers to all these questions can be resounding yes if you resolve. From today onwards, in everything that I see, every person I interact with, and every event I am involved in, I will only deliberately see and speak happy thoughts. When you are asked to resolve this, the following questions usually come to mind. How can I react positively to every person when so many people do not act well with me? How can I respond positively to so many negative events? How? For that to happen, it is important to understand that problems do not lie outside, but merely exist in your head. What you think as impossible is only impossible because you think it is so. The impossible doesn't live outside of you, it is within you. Things just happen and we label them as problems. The only real problem lies in seeing whatever happens as a problem. As things happen, we usually see that the trouble is with others or with external events, but actually everything is just happening within you. The problem is not in others, but just with you, within your mind. And so, if the problem lives within you, then the solution lies within you as well, isn't it? You have the power to change everything. Some people believe that others treat them badly. Indeed, others mistreat them because they believe it to be so. When they change the thought and begin to believe that the problem is actually in the thought that others are bad, then they begin to experience that people behave well with them. So what changed? Just their thoughts, isn't it? There are some who believe that something bad always happens to them in the end. They falter as the finishing line. When it is their turn at the ticket window, the movie gets sold out. Once they understand that it is all about their thoughts and they replace their negative thoughts with, I always complete all things completely, they find that the world begins to support them. Now they are offered tickets by a stranger even when the movie is sold out. So what changed? The only thing that changed was their thoughts. Whenever a problem arises in your life, remind yourself that since problem exists within the mind, the solution lies there too. The solution is in your happy thoughts. You must believe that there exists a solution to every problem, that it is within you, and that you have the power to change everything. If you fill your life with peaceful experiences, hopeful words, truthful thoughts, a bountiful and wonderful treasure trove of thoughts, then what shall result is a beautiful life. This is the power of the third dimension, the dimension of thoughts. Believe me. The three aspects of human behavior are hands, heart, and head. Hands are representative of your actions, the word you speak as well as the deeds you perform. This is the realm of doing, of following through with your decisions. The heart represents your emotions, your feelings, sadness, happiness, love, etc., etc. The head signifies your thoughts, your reasonings, logics, and choices. Most people focus on their actions and emotions and pay no heed to their thoughts that drive the other two aspects. If you ask, they will say they are most interested in how they feel or what they did or are planning to do. While each aspect of behavior is important, the third dimension of thought is the most significant. Because when you reflect on your thoughts, you gain insight about your emotions and actions. You have to believe. There is also what we will call the fourth dimension. It is the background that thoughts, feelings, and actions emanate from. It is this mysterious fourth dimension that holds the key. The fourth dimension is consciousness itself. The existential experience of being alive, the realm of being. It is the backdrop in which actions, emotions, and thoughts operate. And it is the most critical dimension. That is why it is called the source. Our thinking mind imagines that it is knowing the world, that it is experiencing the world. However, the mind is merely a bundle of thoughts. The world is being known and the mind is assumed to be the knower. In reality, the mind is merely a thinking tool that is being observed and known all the time by the real I, the source, the one who we truly are in a sense. When this is not understood experientially, we remain limited to the third dimension of thoughts. We never go beyond its confines and experience the source, the fourth dimension. The mind is like a frog that is intent on swallowing a fly, the word, without realizing that it itself is within the jaws of snake, the real knower, the source. I know it might be confusing for all of you what I'm talking about, but I'm sure it's going to make more sense if you're going to listen it further. So experiencing the fourth dimension is the true purpose of spirituality. Most people don't have a clear connections with their own source. Reflecting on your own thoughts, the third dimension, is just not enough. The source of your thoughts, your consciousness, is what matters. In modern spirituality, which is in reality is the study of the source, everything but how to connect with the fourth dimension, the source, is being taught. The three dimensions that spirituality focuses on are exercising, breathing, and thinking. Yoga is extremely healthy for your body, but this is just stopping at the first dimension, the body. Pranayama, the second dimension, is all about controlling the breathing system, which is in turn helps in controlling feelings. A few schools of thoughts do focus on the third dimension of thoughts and impart wisdom to give a direction. Thoughts are the most important of the three between exercising, breathing, and thinking. But the fourth dimension of inner silence is the missing link. Believe me. In the name of spirituality, yogic asanas, breathing techniques, and reflective thinking is given importance. But until the source is accessed, until the consciousness manifests, true and lasting inner happiness cannot be achieved. Listen to me. It may not be making any sense right now, but I'm going to tell you more about the source, and I'm going to tell you how it's going to work. To create a perfect life, it is important to master both the third and fourth dimensions. And this is why I'm here. The simple action plan for anyone to create a powerful life is to live a life of happy thoughts. Since words like the source or consciousness might seem heavy, happy thoughts suffices. The word thoughts in the phrase refers to the third dimension, and the word happy represents the fourth dimension, the source. the permanent happiness experienced by being established in consciousness. Simply stated, happiness means accessing your beingness. Call it your spiritual side or your existential facet. It is the quality of your being that determines the quality of your doing, feeling, and thinking. Believe me. Consciousness is the source of thoughts, feeling, and actions. Very little has been understood about the fourth dimensions. Some may call it the self, some call it the existential experience, and some call it simply being or consciousness. It is simply the feeling of being alive. When that is accessed, then harnessing thoughts, feelings, and actions becomes quite easy. Accessing this part of yourself is effortless because it is your true nature. It is who you are. Operating from a natural, happy state is effortless. All that has to be done, if anything at all, is to remove the unnatural. That is what makes it an effortless effort. The source is the creative principle, the source of all possibilities. When the source is experienced, the qualities of consciousness, such as abundance, purity, joy, compassion, love, courage, peace, harmony, creativity are manifested. By doing so, we can create a perfect life. Not only for us, but also for everyone around us. Happiness is not just the destination. Happiness is the way. The more you are happy, the more you automatically and effortlessly create a perfect life. Another way to say this is that always being happy is the end result of a perfect life, while always thinking happily is the way to get there. Happy thoughts are the way. They are the key. Thank you.